Guys, I didn't even know this existed. I did not know this particular shoe ever existed, but the price that I paid for it, $150, brand new from the store. It's insane. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're talking about my love affair with Gucci loafers. And I know that loafers are not something that is everybody's cup of tea. I think it's a very specific look, and it's usually a pretty androgynous look or a very preppy look. And you either love it or you hate it. And the Gucci loafers for me is one that I actually just love and adore. And I would have a million of them if I could, but you know, you don't need a million loafers. So I'm gonna show you my collection of Gucci loafers and why I think they're so incredible. Okay, so let's talk about their classic like Princetown loafers, which the Princetowns are the ones that are backless. They're more like a mule, or is that what it's called, a mule? And mine is in this white leather. One of the things that I think really stands out for Gucci and why I think they're so incredible is that they are not clunky. They are not masculine looking. In fact, I think this is very feminine looking. It's so streamlined. I think the toe part, the shape of it, it's like a smooth almond shape. That's what makes a huge, huge, huge difference. The other thing that I think makes a huge difference, because I will say I have purchased a similar pair by Sam Edelman many years ago, and I did return it because it just wasn't the same, is that this Gucci Princetown in particular, what's this part called? Your instep? Is that what it's called? I don't know what this is called. Anyway, the top of the shoe comes quite far up your foot. There's a lot of shoes or loafers that only come up like a fraction of the way, not quite up as high on top of your foot. And that's what makes it so comfortable, because your toes aren't gripping in the shoe to keep the shoe on as you're walking. So you know how sometimes when you're wearing certain shoes, even like these kinds of mules from other brands where they don't come up quite as high on the foot, you hear that like smacking noise on your foot as it like slaps against your heel? That drives me bananas. That sound drives me bananas. But also it's not comfortable to walk as your foot is like slapping against the shoe. It just is not comfortable. Your toe is also gripping on the inside to make sure the shoe stays on your foot. So this shoe is super comfortable. It's also very flattering. It's flattering because of the almond shape, the slim line of it, and the simplicity of the horse bit. So I think it's a really comfortable shoe. Now, I will say I have tried on the canvas version of these loafers, and I don't find them to be quite as comfortable. So they come in different types of materials. I've seen them in silk, canvas with the classic GG logos. I've seen them obviously in leather, printed leather as well. And now they have like the platform. I have not tried on the platform ones. I don't know how comfortable those would be, but they definitely look fun. So I will say that. But as far as these Princetown goes, I think the leather ones is the way to do it, because the leather is very soft and it really does mold to your feet. Whereas the canvas one, because it's canvas, even though it's leather lined on the inside, the outside of it is canvas, and it's a much stiffer material. So it feels stiffer. It does feel stiffer, and in my opinion, it's not that comfortable. So if you're gonna get one and you're talking about comfort, I think going leather is definitely the way to go in my opinion. Another Princetown that I have are these black ones. Again, they're backless, and they have these little embroidered bugs on it, which I think is adorable and very on brand. This is such a fun shoe. I got the second hand, so I did not pay full price for this, and I'm really glad I did. So if you can find them secondhand, I would recommend it if you're not grossed out by that. Obviously, just like sanitize the inside. But they can be very expensive. I bought this for a fraction of the price. This is a really good, fun one, and so easy to style because it's black, but it's not like a plain black, so it's a lot more personality. So these are the Jordaan loafers. I don't know if it's Jordan or Jordaan because there's two A's in it. Anyway, I got this in London last year, and it's one of my favorite shoes as far as loafers go too, because this is like the full back. This gold is so beautiful. Now, this is part of the 70th anniversary, so they have the crystals in the horse bit. So weird because they didn't really advertise 70th anniversary online. The only reason I knew because was my sales associate told me, but that's why there's crystals on it, and I love these. I can wear these sockless and they are so comfortable, I promise you. I realize everyone's foot is different, so that may not be everybody's experience, but as far as like the leather goes, it's very malleable and soft, and it will mold to your feet. I know a lot of people get put off with like the creasing on the leather here, but like it's a shoe. That's what it's gonna do, and that's what it's supposed to do. Obviously, your foot will bend as you're walking, so that makes a lot of sense, but that adds a lot of character to a shoe, and it adds to the comfort level of the shoe as well. I just find that this almond-shaped toe makes all the difference in making a shoe really streamlined and feminine and not so masculine or clunky. Now, this is a little bit different from the regular Princetowns, but I will include it in here because it's still a loafer. I don't even know what this is called, but this is several years old. This is probably 2017, maybe 18-ish. That I got this, and I love these. This has like a very reasonable block heel. I know they come in flats, and they also come in a much taller heel. This is like the in-between size of heel. It's in this crackled leather, this very old school looking tassel-y look. I know there's like a name for it. I don't know what the name is. If you know the name, put it in the comments below. At first glance, I think you would probably agree this is an ugly shoe, but actually this is the most comfortable and vibrant and full of personality shoe that I have. I really adore these. When I say it's comfortable, it is so comfortable. This is super comfortable for me and one of my favorite shoes. As a matter of fact, I think this was the first loafer that I've ever owned from Gucci. This was like my gateway drug of loafers. Now, I will say I did recently buy the newest pair of this Jordaan shoe, and it was part of the Rosso Ancora collection. So it was like that reddish color, and I did end up returning that. And the reason I returned it was because I've been on the lookout for a red loafer by Gucci for such a long time. And what I really want is the Brixtons. The Brixtons are the ones that look like the Jordaans, but they have a seam here, so you can press this heel part down and then it becomes like a mule. So it's kind of a hybrid between the Jordaan and the Princetowns, and you could wear it either way, as a mule or as a full back loafer. So that's what I loved about it, but there's a specific color that they used to have many years ago, and I regret never getting it, but it's like this hibiscus red color. Anyway, I did get the Jordaans in the newest Ancora collection. When it came, it was too dark. It was much more of like a maroon color, and I wasn't really looking for that, and I didn't want to settle because they are very expensive. So I ended up returning that one, and I'm glad I did, because I'd rather just be patient and wait for the Brixtons one day when they come out with the red color that I'm looking for. And I will tell you, the Brixton leather is even softer than the Jordaans or the Princetowns. And I think that's because the leather has two bends, you know, either which way, down and up. So they make the leather softer. That is like butter, okay? It is like butter. It is so soft, and that definitely is very malleable to molding to your feet. And I'm gonna be patient, and I'm gonna wait for that. Okay, so this is my newest addition to my Gucci loafer family, and I will say that I did get this from the Gucci store. This is brand new. However, I got it from the outlets. And when I was at the Gucci outlet recently, I'm always looking for loafers, but I never see them on display. So I just decided to ask the lady, I'm like, you don't have any Gucci loafers, do you? And she's like, oh, well, let me check in the back. So I told her my size, and she came out with like a few options, and I was like, oh, wow. She shows me this one. She's like, I don't know if you're gonna like it, but it's your size, and you know, let me know. I opened it. I was like, I know you don't know me, but if you knew me, then you would know that this is me. This is me. This is me in a shoe, and this is my personality, 100%. So when I took it out of the box and dust bag, this is what graced my eyes. I mean, seriously. I'm like, what is this? How did I never see this in stores? How did I never see this online? How did I never see anyone talking about these? I'm like, what is this? And she said it was some sort of, what did she call it? It was like the Kawaii collection. And I was like, what? And then I was like thinking back and I'm like, oh, I feel like I've seen a little bit of this print on some of the handbags. And maybe because I didn't really particularly care for it on like the handbags, on like the GG logo background, maybe I didn't pay that much attention to it. But when I saw it against this white or this cream leather shoe and a loafer, I was like, excuse me? This is me. This is me in a shoe. It is so cute. It's part of, I guess, the Kawaii collection, but I bought it for $150 US. $150. I was like, and it was my size, it was 36. So I wear a size 36 in the Jordaan loafers, but I wear a 36 and a half. I even have a 37. My pre-loved Princetowns, the black ones that I showed you, those are 37 because they were pre-loved and obviously I didn't have any choices. So that fits me fine because it's a backless shoe. My white ones are 36 and a half. So there's definitely some forgiveness when it comes to a backless shoe. But when it comes to the Jordans that have the full backing, I'm a 36 and my gold ones are also a 36. So this was the only one they had in this size, in this print and pattern, and it was calling my name. This is so incredible. This is so amazing. This is so beautiful. I can't even tell you how much I love it. I can't even tell you how much of my personality is in this shoe. It's like cute but classy. So that's my latest addition to my loafers of Gucci loafers. And I cannot stress to you enough how comfortable I find these. I do realize everyone's foot is different. So if you've got like a bunion or something like that, like it may not be comfortable, but if you're going for comfort, you're going for something streamlined, very feminine and slim on the foot, I really think a leather horse bit is kind of the answer to having a loafer that's comfortable and feminine. Anyway, let me know if you have any Gucci loafers in your collection or if you have tried them, if they're your aesthetic or not, what your thoughts are. I'd love to know. And if you enjoyed this video, I would love it if you would hit the thumbs up button. That would really help my small channel out. And if you enjoyed this video, you can go binge watch any of my other videos, and I will see you next time.